All right, guys, welcome back. Gonna do a little quick video of something I was kind of debating on doing this because I don't want to give these cats any publicity, but that really kind of goes against what I've tried to do by providing feedback on jets and things. So I'm gonna put my big boy pants on and talk about some things with this with T1. So I do my channel, and I've said this before, to help make the hobby busy or better, to help people with their builds, and just what I can do to help the hobby. And a lot of that has to do with these jets coming out of China that are just complete turds. And when T1 first came about, I was kind of excited because they were kind of something newer than Skymaster, and Skymaster's just set in their ways. They're never gonna listen, they're not gonna do anything, it's their way, and if it works for them, fine. Okay, great, whatever. So you just have to deal with it. And you may get something with no issues, you may get something that you can't fly without major reconstruction, and you're talking thousands and thousands of dollars for these things, they're not cheap. So when T1 came about, I was like, yeah, a good company. They listen, because of course that's what the reps were saying. Because I know who they deal with. I know who their U.S. distributor is, and things like that. So I was excited. So I got my first T1. Had a couple little issues. They had fixed some stuff from the original one, because they're listening to people. Great. So I got the first one. Had a few little things. No big issues. It went together like in 2 weeks because it was such an easy build. So I enjoyed it. So when I sold it, I was expecting to get that same kind of quality and maybe some improves, because I always send them everything I got. Like, hey, this needs to get fixed. This. And so when I got the second one, it was as bad as it was. I was kind of thrown off. And then they told me to stop the build. They sent me a new one. And then it was even bad, and that's the one I have on the table right now that I've been working on for weeks. And it's I just have to accept the fact that it's going to be like it is. It's going to have ugly things about it, and that's just the reality of it. So, that is a big spider in my shop floor. Whoa. Okay, anyways. So fast forward to this guy. Well, it's made by T1, it's branded under Skymaster, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, it's a T1 model's A-7. It was by far the worst model I've ever built to date, and I've built a few jets, quite a few. And so I was very vocal about that, and all the things that I had to do to it to make it fly and get it in the air, that's all been documented. So my buddy has got one just recently, and that's kind of what I want to do the video about. It's about the changes that they have done, and I guess the only way to make them listen is just where they can't sell a jet. As far as I know, I'm the only guy flying one of these in the US. I mean, the first 3 prototypes were crashed, I don't know. But anyway, so he's got one, and he's been showing me some of the changes, and I'm like, well, holy crap, that's everything that I did to mine. And kudos, they did it, but the amount of shit that I got from that is kind of why it makes me mad. It's like, oh, well, you didn't want to listen, and I'm in the wrong, and you're yelling at me, and then you go and make all these changes because, oh, you can't sell jets now. Which, hey, you know what, fine, if that's what my channel's about, if it's making it where they can't sell jets until they fix them, hey, that's great for that's great for the RC community. That's what I would love to see. I'm sure the distributors don't like that because they can't sell jets, but don't sell shit that's crap, and you won't have that problem. So anyways, the T7, I'm gonna flip this thing around here, just kind of show you, or A7. So the biggest issue I had right out of the gate was the goofy way they did the main gear doors. They had put 2 servos on the nose door, which was great. They put some stupid spring thing running through carbon tubes that you can kind of see the little hole here where they attached it, that as the gear went up, it just pulled it, because it was attached to the gear. So as it rotated up, it would pull these doors closed. And it's a metal spring, so it's rotating. It's not rotating, it's bending and flexing. And what does that happen? It breaks. It broke before I even got the jet fixed. And I tried to replace them, and it was just not working. So I pulled all that out, and I put those servos in up in here, one on each side, and then one kind of like right here on the side. So the side ones do the outer doors, and the ones that are mounted on the center bulkhead do the bottom doors. So that was some of the mods I did. And I pulled out all this stuff out of here because you couldn't get to it. They had their UAT, their gear controller, light controller, all this crap right here. Cut this big ugly hole for the refuel up here in the front of the cockpit. This is just this gaudy, like airplane refuel probe, which is heavy and stupid, and cut this big hole in, like right there. So I had to, you know, fix it and make it up. So anyways, so from what my friend is showing me, they have put geared or servos on the gear doors. Okay, good. Hey, you know, whatever. And then this area here, what he showed me today, hold on, let's see if I can get this with both hands. There we go. So he was talking about like, oh, I can get to this, I can get to that. I'm like, no, there's no way, because this is what you have. You know, this is the motor, the tank, and then there's no way to get down in there and do all that, get a hold of that stuff. So you literally had to take the tank out to get to this stuff. So I ditched all that. And even because of the bulk, because of the little tray they had in there, they just pulled right out because of the issue I was having with the glue not sticking everywhere. So what he sent me today showed me that they made another change. So this hatch now goes all the way to about right here. So when you take that hatch off, it looked like it had the light on it. So I don't know if there's a little wire you have to hook up now to get this to work or what, but the hatch went all the way forward. So now you have access to that center section, which would have made life a lot easier to work on this thing, because this thing is really hard to work on just because there's no way to get to it. But the problem with it putting the stuff here is because of the way this is designed, you're going to have to add a massive amount of nose weight. So I removed, the only thing I have back here is a UAT, and I ditched their UAT because it's heavy. I got an MAP, which is really light, and that is there, and then everything else is right here. In this area, gear controller, pumps, light controllers up here, and then I put my power system here, 2 batteries for the power system, and 2 batteries, one for the landing gear lights, the other one for the turbine, and I still have a little bag of BBs up here. So if you put your stuff back here, you're gonna have to add a massive amount of nose weight. I don't like doing that. So that was my solution. And they also, I don't know if they just forgot to give me mine or they've made some changes, but apparently now they have like the upper part of the seat on the newer ones, on the new cockpit. Still the same ugly, kind of cheesy cockpit, but I mean, that's all you can do for this this particular jet. And it doesn't come with a pilot. So that's how it came, just like that. His is like that, but it has like this extension part to the seat, which is kind of where the little rings are that you pull down. You know, you kind of pull them over your head and then eject, you know, like the pull down. But it stands up about that much further, and that would look really nice. So I'm trying to get one of those. Whether they send me one or not, that's we'll see. Probably not after all this, but so they have made some improvements. Granted, it took them not being able to sell them, but hey, they fixed it. So ultimately, you know, like, I don't know, I had a lot of issues, like these wing tubes were loose, like you can move them up and down like a ½ inch. I had to fix that, and I don't know if those kind of issues are gonna be gone, but whatever. So I just want to do a quick, it's not really a quick video, it's almost 10 minutes, but sorry for the rant. I know you guys are getting tired of me talking about it. But So they fixed some stuff. So I've had a lot of people ask me about this jet because of Mississippi Jets. They got to see it. Can it fly? Yes. Does it still have issues? Yes. But it can be made to fly. It's got a lot of the A-7 isms. You know, if you try to use flaps on takeoff, the ass end of the jet will take off before the nose, which is crazy. Which is kind of catches you off guard when the first time you see it. So I stopped taking off with flaps. And you need a gyro because it's going to have some Dutch roll. But other than that, you know, and my buddy said they fixed his flaps. Like his flaps didn't have like the inch of play in them like mine did. So that's another thing I forgot about, sorry. But so there you go. And that's the last time I'm going to do anything on this jet. So do I recommend them? No, I don't. Just because of what they do to customers. So, but if you got to have one, have at it. Those are the changes they made. And my buddy will keep on his, and we'll see how it goes. So you guys have a good one, and I'll get back on the other stuff. So the F-22 is pretty much done. I just gotta mark CG, add batteries, and CG it. So I will be jumping on the Big Hawk and the Su-22. I'm gonna kind of do a start video on those maybe Sunday. So you guys have a good weekend. I can't do much. I got brother-in-law that's in town this weekend, so we have to entertain. But if I can get out here, I will, and we'll do some more videos. So you guys have a good one. Appreciate all the comments that I've been getting. Like I said, I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm not really, you know, I don't ever expect to be like this crazy YouTuber, but you know, that's my focus right now, is just growing the channel, because I like interaction with people. I like being able to help. And I learned stuff, you know, people are posting and giving me information about the new radio system and things like that. And it's pretty cool. So you guys appreciate that, and like and subscribe, tell your friends to come hit up the channel. So you guys take it easy. Have a good weekend. Cheers.